Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance, Episode 2. Last time we completed some chores for Father, and Teresa's waiting for our nails, and she's probably commenting on the fact that we're slightly drunk. You can kind of see our character's camera. You can see this, the symbol down over there, that little drunken man. It's because we saved last episode, and saving makes you drunk in this game. Yeah, last time we completed some chores for Father. This time we shall nail Teresa.
Right?
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Aye, it is.
Fine lass, eh?
Our father checking out
Now stop staring at her and come and see this.
his son's young friend.
It's time for the trial by fire.
Kind of weird. Looks like the sword's done.
We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Now, Sir Radzig, the one we made the sword for.
Those days are gone, sir.
But you haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a
Let
commoner?
him try it.
Our dad really doesn't want us to get into violence. And we're not very good at cutting the stick.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzig. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
I wonder
You're
how
right.
we did end up here.
It's a very long and peculiar story.
I still don't know the answer to that.
I'd be glad
They
to
never
listen
tell
to
us
it over a
in
cup
this
of
game, as
wine,
far as
but
I'm aware.
Duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sir.
Sounds good.
It's been an honor, Sir Isvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
No,
You
we'll
teach
just have
me
to
how to
ask him
use
about
it,
it
that's
later,
what
I
I've said.
suppose.
Why?
Teach us.
It could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet. Do you have to keep going on about it?
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Ruh-roh. Well, I said this one would start with some excitement. Here's the excitement.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Isaac. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Normally I skip all these cutscenes, but I'd like to watch them. It's gonna make the episodes a bit longer than I would like, but I think it's important for if anyone watching this playthrough hasn't played before, like they're gonna want to see this stuff. And you can always skip it. If you're watching this on YouTube and you don't want to watch this, I'll put timestamps and you can just skip ahead past the cutscenes. But they will be included in the videos.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the
Keep
gates!
running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back!
So we took the stuff from our house chest, gave it to the guard, and then we went back to the violence. And Father's trying to collect Mother. He's like a super skilled sword fighter, which is odd because he's just like a small town blacksmith. But he's like a super skilled blacksmith and a super skilled sword fighter. He's just chopping down all these guys. He's killed like 5 people. 6 people. But unfortunately, there's a lot of them. And he doesn't have armor. He's just in apron. So, yeah.
Hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come
There
on,
goes our
Al!
mom and
You
dad.
still make it!
Run!
It's important for a protagonist to have no parents, apparently.
Find a horse!
He fucking
Find
shut the gate on us.
Talbot! Tell them what's
You
going
could have waited
on.
15 seconds.
There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall!
And Henry could have just jumped, you know? He could have like jumped and grabbed onto it and like rolled over the edge. Like that thing was low enough. I could have jumped onto that thing. I mean, he's holding a sword. That would have made it harder. But he could have just dropped the fucking sword. You don't need... Sword's not worth your life, man. Well, here we go. We're into the game. We're actually on a time limit right now. The game spawns an enemy soldier behind you who starts walking this way. So if we like linger too long, he's gonna come up behind us. And we are not in a state to fight an armed enemy like soldier. Like that's way beyond our level. This game is very character skill based. There's two types of games generally speaking. There's games that are like based on player skill, such as like Dark Souls that you can beat at like level 1. And then there's games like this where it's like character skill. Like Henry's skill level matters more than my ability to puppet Henry. Like a level 1 Henry's useless. They're raping Teresa. So let me see if I can like get their attention maybe. Hey. Hey. Stop it. Oh god. Okay. We tried to save Teresa. Let's get the fuck out of here before they get us. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. Whew. Yeah, you don't have to save her, but it changes things later if you do, so I wanted to help her. We're trying to ride to Talmberg. And we now have an arrow in our left thigh. That's not good. So we have 3 cumin. These are cumin. That's the word for these people. I'm not sure what country they hail from, but they call them cumins. You can see on the bottom we are now drunk, bleeding, and injured. And we have 3 cumins with bow and arrow on horse chasing us. This is a very bad situation. There's a decent chance I actually die here. Because, like, if the horse is sprinting, we can outrun them. But I can't sprint forever. The horse has to catch its breath sooner or later, which we're going to do right now. I'm going to slow down a little. But when I slow down, they can catch up. And then they can shoot us again. Okay, we're sprinting again. We have to, like, toggle between, like, sprint and not sprint and just pray that they don't shoot us in the back. The horse will make, like, whinny noises when it's low stamina. We can't see the stamina bar because we're in hardcore mode, so there's no HUD. At least no health bar or stamina for us or the horse.
Run for it.
We just gotta listen for the cues. I'll slow down again in a minute. I imagine it's probably low on stamina. But this guy's so close. Our health's getting low. You can see the red blood drops starting to appear.
They've tore its scallops.
Oh, fuck. I want to slow down, but this guy's right on our ass. Yeah, I slowed down for a half second, but he drew his bow. I couldn't linger. Once we get to a certain point, we'll be safe.
Run for it.
This horse has got to be low on stamina, man. They're so... Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go again. He drew a bow. Slow down.
Yeah.
Go again. We're just gonna keep like going fast, slow, and just pray that we make it far enough before they... Because they can kill us in one shot if they shoot us in the head. Okay, we did it. That was very, very tense for me. But we made it.
Oh my God! Hey!
Jesus Christ!
So we ran from Skelets to the nearby town of Talmberg, which is a different town.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
A few human chased us, but they're in the opposite situation now. In Skelets, it was many human against a few guards. Now it's like 3 human against many guards, so they quickly get deterred.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
But we still have this arrow in our leg we gotta deal with. At least we're alive, that's a good start.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tartars?
Humans. I already said it. Because I played this game before.
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know what a tartar is. I know they have a tartar sauce.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's my favorite hat. Bell-shaped kettle hat.
Easy.
That one, the guy on the right there on our screen.
All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Ow.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Okay, we gotta go speak to Lord Divish. Tell him about the situation. This is the lord of this town. Much like Sir Radzig was the lord of our town.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle?
No.
I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us.
I just needed to get out of there.
Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
They shut the damn gate on me. I didn't have a choice.
Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Okay, sounds like we're gonna get some food. I think that's what they just said. Here we go. We're back in the game. So Sigismund, I think Sigismund is the guy who just attacked us. Let's wash up real quick. Sigismund attacked Skalitz to get access to our silver to fund his army because he doesn't have an army. He like pays mercenaries as an army. You have to talk to Robard.
You've done well, lad.
See what I
I'm
say.
sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
I would love some food.
Your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes.
Yeah, why? Do you know?
I can't understand why he'd waste his time.
I can't either.
I'm sure he had his reason.
We just lost
He
reputation
had a
for
fine
some reason.
reputation. It's a great loss.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
I believe this is the
So this is our
wife
brave
of
young
the
man.
lord of this place.
Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
Oh, I
And a
shall.
little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
I'd love some wine.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady.
Uh-huh.
Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
I will. I will not be taking off our boots before bed. I don't care enough. I did for a while, but it literally doesn't matter. You can sleep with your boots on. It doesn't change anything in this game. Okay, we're like really hungry. Like our nourishment is 0. It's literally 0. Let me see what we got for food here. I always just sort by condition. I eat the like worst stuff first. These are only worth 2 food, so I probably won't even bother eating these. They give a little bit of energy too, though. I mean, we could eat all of these, but they're probably better to be sold, to be honest. We'll eat this mash. It's worth 9 nourishment. It'll at least get us to the point where we're not dying. Okay, they got bread roll, cheese. Let's take the duck. She gets kind of pissy if you take all this. You'll notice in the upper left, it's going to say reputation lost in a second. Because she like actually, like this is for everyone. You know, this is like they put out a meal for everyone and we're just taking all of it. But I think it's worth it to lose a little bit of reputation to get all this food. Actually, we'll leave the apples. Maybe they won't get pissy then. Hello, cook.
God be with you. What can I do for you?
I would like to... we'll talk to her. Where can I buy something?
If I needed some food, who should I ask?
Who do you think, young man? Me, of course. And if you want something extra, I could help you out with that too.
Okay, I do block the dialogue options here, but I think I block things everywhere I go. So you're going to hear Henry talk. You don't need to read it first, so it's fine. Let's talk trade. I would like to sell you some of the stuff I just took from you. We just took this roast duck. I mean, is it worth selling? I need to think about this for a half second. It does 26 nourishment, and we could get 1 groschen out of it. If I was to buy food from her, I would probably buy bread for 1.8 groschen. That does 17 nourishment. It's probably best to just keep the roast duck, honestly. Yeah, we're not going to sell food. It's not worth it. We'll just eat it. It's fine. In that case, let's consider the durability of the food. So the onions are 4-day. Beet is 5-day. Duck is only 2 days. So we definitely should eat the duck first. The problem with the duck is it gives you -6 energy. But we're going to sleep soon anyway, so I think we're just going to eat the duck. We're going to eat 2 duck. Yeah. We'll just eat 2 duck for now. We'll save the other duck for later, and we'll eat some... The cheese is worth... The duck's worth a lot of money too, but... I don't know. That'll help us a little bit. We keep losing reputation. I don't know why. Yeah, I guess we'll sell the duck and cheese. I said I wouldn't, but we're going to anyway. And we're not gonna buy anything actually. We have plenty of random food. We have lots of onions we could sell. Sell like some of these onions too. What are these onions worth? They're worth nothing. We'll just keep the onions. It's fine. We'll haggle.
I'd like to discuss the...
Sure, why not?
We'll just try and get a little bit extra.
Agreed.
That sounds...
I'll take one. That's fine.
Very well.
3.1's fine. Okay, we're like passing out. Our eyes keep closing. What is our quest objective? Is it just to go to sleep? Go to the courtyard lodge and sleep till morning. Okay. We got our food under control. Let's just go sleep. We're like exhausted. The courtyard lodge is right here. They said to take our boots off. I'm not going to take my boots off. We're just going to sleep as is. We're even going to leave the door open. We're too tired for all that. And we're going to try and sleep until 7 a.m., which would get our energy. You can see our energy would go back to 93. Nourishment's going to drop all the way to 23. But it is what it is. We'll find food in the morning. But of course, we will not sleep that long because something awakes us in the middle of the night.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
Did she give us
It's
wine
just what
earlier?
you need to help you sleep.
I don't remember having wine in our inventory.
Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
It is weird having
was
the
going
lady of
to,
the palace come
To tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either.
into our room in the
I
night.
thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
So we have a choice now if we want to talk about what happened with her or if we want to just go to bed. We will be talking with her.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened.
I don't know why the camera's
terrible.
not on their faces.
The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
And this is like a timed speech check thing we can do. I went to collect a debt.
A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
Success. That's good.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home.
Oh, we're sitting
I promised Father I'd help him with his work. and I
over
was
there.
looking forward to it.
I thought we were on the bed.
He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
Another timed thing. We can talk about us and Father talking about life. Sir Radzig came to look at the sword.
The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to
Okay,
have a look.
it picked for me.
He praised Father's
slow.
work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
I saw smoke on the horizon. There was a huge horde of attackers. Cumans and Sigismund army. Let's talk about the army, I guess.
Sigismund's cavalry was composed of Cumans. They're diabolical barbarians from the east, with no regard for the rules of warfare. Bloodthirsty cutthroats. The very fact Sigismund has them with him shows what a tyrant he is.
Well, I don't know.
We
And then
failed
death
that one.
descended on Skalitz.
They killed my mommy and
Father
puppy.
told me to take shelter in the castle while he
Hey,
went to
we
get
leveled
Mother.
speech.
She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armor, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Ba-ba-ba.
I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person.
This dialogue would be different if we didn't try and save her.
And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse
We just
from them and rode
punched
off.
him in the back of the head and ran,
Valiant knight.
which was enough to get
I'll
her
never
time to
forget
get
that
inside the house.
It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years.
Wonder how long he was
But
in
it
jail.
seemed I was destined to be left alone, and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years.
7 years. Jesus.
That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years.
Yeah, was
And
Havel
was Havel
punished?
punished for it?
Never.
Damn.
And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful.
Ooh.
Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that were true, lad.
Henry hitting on the
Would it were true.
lady of the castle here.
But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Okay. Now, with that interruption done, hopefully we can get our full night's rest. Wake up in the morning full of energy. Like we're having nightmares, it looks like.
People! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us! Oh!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
It's a harsh nightmare.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Looks like no rest for us. Nightmares keeping us
I could do with a bite to eat.
unrestful, and then they wake us up for this shit. There's torches in this. You can take torches, and then you can hold them, and they make light. We should eat. Henry's hungry again. Let's see. What do we got for food? We'll just eat a bunch of these onions. They don't do a lot of energy or food or whatever, but we can eat like a bajillion of them. We'll just keep eating them. We're just eating like 15 onions. That's a locked door. We don't want to go that way. These first few episodes are going to be a lot of cutscenes and not a lot of action. But it will pick up. The pace will pick up as we go here. I'm guessing the end of episode 3, like episode 4 will start in a good place. But up until then, it's going to be kind of boring. So if you want to just skip to episode 4, that may be wise.
But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed
But
my
you would miss
commands,
some
and all will
backstory
end well.
stuff.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmud in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Good luck to you.
Halt!
Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storming of the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Rattay. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
Yep.
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir...
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Rattay now.
Okay. So our people, I mean, a lot of people died in Skalitz, but it looks like a decent chunk of people made it into the castle, and then were able to escape under the cover of the storm.
Tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the what?
Just talk to him. I don't need to hear his crap.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
It was a request that you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Farewell.
Okay. We're going to stare out here, and I'm going to summarize what's happened, because we have to keep watch. So, essentially, we were a peaceful boy living in Skalitz. We were the son of the blacksmith of the village, and one fateful day, Sigismund and his Tartars, which I guess Sigismund's like a, I don't know, he's like a dude. I don't know what his affiliations are, but he's like a guy with an army, and his army is like an army of mercenaries, so he has to have money to pay them, and he ran out of money.
Around like a stray sheep. Must be your
I wasn't wondering at all. I was
watch, eh?
talking to the people.
I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
So he teaches us how to wait. So now we can use the wait function to just wait. Like this. Back to what I was saying. Okay, this is over. Yeah, Sigismund attacked Skalitz in order to get access to Skalitz's silver mines to pay his army. Our Lord Liege of Skalitz managed to escape. And now that army woke up in the morning, realized everyone's gone. And as you'll see right now, they are on their way to Talmberg, which is where we escaped to. This is like a neighboring village.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
So this is Sigismund of Luxembourg.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz.
That's not Sigismund. That's
I come in
Sigismund's.
the name of Sigismund
of
Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia.
It's like Sigismund's
strike against
head
those
soldier or something.
who disrupt concord in the land, and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there's little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Well, we'll see what they decide, if they're gonna sack our... If they're gonna come attack Talmberg as well, like they did to Skalitz. That's, I think, the Sigismund, that red-haired guy that we're seeing his back right now. I think that's Sigismund. Looks like they're leaving. I imagine after attacking Skalitz, they're probably tired and weakened.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
If they just go around attacking villages, they're just going to run out of men. Or make too many enemies to the point where they have enough people against them to take them out. Okay. Looks like we are in control of our character again. We have a new list of objectives. Let's look at those real quick as a summary of what's going on. So it looks like our current objectives are to head back to Skalitz and bury our mom and father. That is our two goals, or our one goal. And the parts of that we need, like we're talking to Surobar to try and convince him to let us out of town, and we're trying to get a horse to get to town, to get out of town back to Skalitz easier rather than walking back. That's kind of our main goal. But as you saw in the cutscene, if you watched it, or if you didn't, if you skipped it, I can tell you now. Henry said that he wanted to leave in the cutscene, and they basically said they're not going to let us leave. So the guard is going to say, like, no, you cannot leave, which we'll see right now.
God be with you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
So we can try and convince him. You can't see, but under my head there's like convincing options. We could say I have to bury my parents, let me out or else. Don't you know who I am? I'm willing to pay. Sir Oberg gave me permission. Our best skill is the one that is don't you know who I am, which is stupid. We're not anyone important. We're just going to say I have to bury my parents.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend.
Hey, we succeeded.
You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
Do you have any ideas?
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right. I'll have a look around for something.
Okay. So he gave us a good hint. He said, like, if we get armor, he'll let us out, which is awesome because we need armor anyway. So that's like a win-win. And again, this is one of those things you can solve multiple ways. We can get armor. The easiest solution here is you could literally just jump off right here because, like, they won't let us out the gate, but, like, this is open. There's no invisible wall here. We could literally just jump off and run. And that's a valid solution. But I would like to get armor because armor would be nice. Smokey, why are you licking me? Silly cat. We're going to go talk to a few people. That's trespassing, I already know. I know if we talk to the lady of the castle, she might give us some hints or some help. Is this her? Yeah, she's asleep.
The Lord be praised. What's on your mind?
I'm waking you up now. You woke up us last night. I have to go to Skalitz.
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
I have to bury my parents.
My parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible. May the Lord have mercy on their souls. But how can I help you, Henry? I don't want your death on my conscience.
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking.
We've already been told that, but where do I get armor?
And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
We can get money from her. I want money.
It's rather embarrassing, but if I'm to pay a bribe, I need money. And unfortunately, I don't have any.
How would you? Don't worry your head about it. This should be enough.
How much does she give us?
Thank you, my lady. I will repay you.
No, I'm not repaying her. That's our money now. 20 groschen. That's pretty good. Okay.
Thank you, my lady.
Thanks for the help.
I must go now.
We can ask her if we look like a soldier, which we obviously don't. We're not going to say that. Let's just get out of here. Well, she gave us the same advice and she gave us some money. God damn it. I'm going to like kill myself walking down the stairs. I like to wash up every time I pass these things. Let's go get some armor. It is illegal. But if we don't get caught, then it's not illegal, right? That's how that works. Just got to go in here and shut the door. We can crouch. We don't need a shield. We can pick this lock. Hey, look at all that good armor. Bunch of armor in here. There's also a reliable blade. 2 of them even. There's actually a really good stuff in here. We're going to steal all of it. Everything we can get our little hands on. Oh, this is very hard. You can't even attempt very hard or hard until your skill gets higher. That said Rob, though. Where did that Rob come from? Sit. Rob. Oh, it's empty. Okay, nothing we can take down here. We're going to get everything we can. We can take these shields. I don't really want them, though, to be honest. They're pretty heavy, and they're not worth a lot. And I don't use shields generally, so I'm just going to leave those shields there. Now, this door is open, and there's no door on it. There could be a guard out there. Let me see. Yeah, there is a guard down there. We're just going to pray that he doesn't come up here. We're going to try and be fast.
God knows what it was.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
What was that noise?
We're going this way now. There's a guard in there. I'm glad he was talking to himself, because if he didn't say anything, I would have just kept looting. Yeah, this guy's got my favorite hat. This is my favorite. That's a bell-shaped kettle hat. It's a really good hat. We'll be getting that hat at some point. Is this guy gone yet? Once he's gone, we're going to go back up here. Think we're good again. He must have heard us and come to check it out. If they see us trespassing, they'll warn us, but if they see us stealing, they're going to like arrest us. So, like, getting caught trespassing is bad, but it's not like the end of the world. If we get caught stealing, that's like really bad. Arrows and a mace. I'll explain all the loot we're getting in a minute. I just want to get it all in our pockets first. We'll go through all our stuff. See what we got. This is dangerous. I'm like standing over a cliff here. Okay, I think we're good. I want to climb down here, but I'm worried that guy's down here. But again, I don't think he'll like get immediately pissed. You can tell from the symbol, the one right next to the compass, how it's a blue trespassing symbol. Blue means it's like not that bad. Like they'll like warn you and be like, hey, you shouldn't be here. If it's red, it means they'll like immediately try and arrest you. It's like a severe trespassing. I happen to know that this guy is a trader. We're going to talk to him.
God be with you.
Can we trade?
And we're going to sell as much as we can to him. He might or might not buy stolen goods. If he does buy them, he'll buy them at like a reduced price. We'll probably just keep the stolen goods for now. They stop being stolen after a certain amount of time. Like you can see it says stolen in Talmberg. After a certain amount of time, they'll like forget about it being stolen, but it depends on the value and like the location and a bunch of random stuff. But you can steal stuff and like it'll be unstolen eventually. I don't know what we want to sell. We're trying to get rid of weight. So maybe we'll sell this padded armor. It's 13 units of weight. That's a lot. It is stolen, but we'll just sell it. We have 2 bows. They're each 3 units. One is unstolen, which is cool. They're both... Oh, the stolen one's actually the one we can use. The other one's stats are too high. Interesting. Maybe we'll sell the unstolen one since it has higher stat requirements and it's not stolen, so we'll get the full value out of it. The problem with stolen goods, of course, is if you get caught with them, they'll take them. We also got this mace. I don't think we really need a mace. We might sell that. It's 5 units of weight, which is a lot. What does he have for sale? Yeah, we'll sell the mace. I don't need it. We'll probably buy some stuff too. I don't know what though. We'll buy a moonshine. Just one moonshine. Maybe some dried meat, but that's pretty expensive. Moonshine's expensive too, but it's useful. Do some
I'd
haggling.
like to discuss the price.
Naturally.
We're gonna pull him down a few clicks.
What do you say to...
A nice sum.
And then we'll just agree to whatever he says.
Oh, that's...
Hey, he did it. He took the stolen stuff. Awesome. Hopefully we don't need that that thing I just sold. We sold one of our armor pieces. So armor in this, let me move my person for half a second here. You can see armor in this. There is these 4 slots over here for your head. There's these 6. It's your offhand, your main hand, your bow, arrow, ring, and spur. And then over here you've got your... these are all chest slots. I guess these 4 are for the chest, and then you have your hands and your feet. No, hands and arm. And then down here are for the legs. You have like some leg options and the feet options. There's a lot of armor slots in this game. Oh, I just moved our entire window. That's not what I wanted to do. Teach one. I'm gonna go back to where I was. I think I was over here somewhere. Let's see. But yeah, we put on common bassinet as a helmet. We have a Waffenrock, which is a outer garment. It's like a outer jacket kind of thing on our chest. We also got a mail collar, which is a head chainmail. We got some hunter gloves. And we got a padded coif. A coif is like a padded under helmet. The red scarf and the red Waffenrock are the same. We'll wear the Waffenrock because we're trying to look like a soldier. We also got some cool swords and stuff. I don't know what we're going to use. Ideally, you want to use stuff that you can use. Like, it's important that the stats work. Like, the bow, we actually have the stats for. We do also have Sir Radzig's sword, and we actually have it equipped. We're going to use that because it only requires 1 strength. So we should be good then. Let's see if he lets us out of town or not. Because we look like a guard now.
I need to get out of here.
You here again, boy?
Oh,
Didn't
I
I
thought it would
tell you
work.
how much trouble I'd be in?
Okay.
I'll be with you.
I was hoping that would work, but because we sold the like under padding chest plate, that 13-pound thing, I think that was enough to not make it work. So we're actually gonna go with the other option I had mentioned, which is to jump out right here. There is an optional thing to get a horse over there. We could steal one of these horses. We're just gonna go on foot, and we're just gonna jump out the gate here. So yeah, we're out now. These guards are going to be looking for us. We failed talking to Sir Robard. We could have tried to convince him. It wouldn't have worked. There's no way we would convince him. One thing I would really want to do before we go into our objective is I want to go to the inn. These guards are going to try and arrest us. So we got to be careful not to let them, like... Is he after me? He is after me. Fuck. I was hoping he wouldn't come after us. If they catch us, they're going to bring us back to town. We don't want that. I really shouldn't have let that guy see us. He's probably going to chase us all over now. Maybe he'll lose us if I go this way. I'm going to go some weird way. I'm going to like hop over here and go through this like river creek thing. Oh, and now we're in the bushes. Here we go. Before we go into the main mission thing, I want to rent a room at the inn because it gives you a storage device.
Greetings.
And we can store a bunch of stuff so we don't get overweighted.
Is there somewhere I could sleep here?
Certainly. For how long?
Just a night.
Just the one night?
All right.
We'll haggle, as always. It's only 2 groschen, but I only want to pay 1.7.
You won't come.
And she's going to make us pay 1.9. That's
You've got it
fine.
all.
We at least saved 1/10 of a groschen. Okay. Now we have a bed, which is this way, I believe. And right here. This is our chest.
Got you.
Oh my god. The guard caught us through the floor.
Let me go, for Christ's sake!
You're going.
Except.
No. What are you doing? You're below me, you cheater. We're gonna attack.
Leave me, I lay a finger.
Are you mad? Stop your shit.
He's gonna try and fight us, but he's like down there. Oh, I can't open the chest because he's fighting us, and he's gonna climb the ladder. This is stupid. God damn it.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I can't jump this, and we're dead. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, that sucks so much. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen now. That went so wrong, so fast. We're all the way back here because we haven't saved the entire time. Oh, that sucks so much. Well, I'm going to stop recording. And this is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I'm going to redo all of that stuff off camera, and we will start the next episode back in Townburg right after we get the guard clothes, but I won't sell the gambeson. Basically, it'll be right before we jumped out of the thing. We're not going to jump out next time. Next time, we're going to actually get the full guard armor, and we're going to use it to get out. But anyway, I hope I see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching, and have a good rest of your night.